Focus Warrior Podcast. John, Aaron, John, Australia, USA, whatever you want to call it. What's up, bro?
There you go, mate. Man, everything's good. Everything's good. It's super. Like, I'm so ready for this conversation. We had a little bit of a chat before we hit record, and there's so much to cover. But as per usual, we're gonna make this a fire, straight to the point, no bullshit. Like, let's get this thing nice and quick out of the way. So I'm ready. But
What did I say before, bro? I've always said this, man, is that bros, especially guys, get you a brother, get you somebody that you can fucking just have an amazing conversation with. Me and my boy Aaron, it is next level. And bro, I'll tell you what, man, I don't know about you, but this podcast right here is literally my therapy.
yeah.
I'm not kidding, bro. I mean, the things that we talk about, man, it just so good, bro. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. It's like we wouldn't speak to each other all week. And then all of a sudden, when we jump on, this potty and we have a conversation or we catch up just beforehand, it's like we chatted yesterday. It's like we've already had
Yes.
a chat, already today. And it's like, oh, yeah, bro, I just got to tell you this.
Yeah.
A lot of, and I think that's, can be definitely a conversation for another day. Uh, the brotherhood. A brotherhood is what
Yeah.
a lot of men are wanting. A need, no, I wouldn't say wanting, but a needing. They
You
don't
need it.
know they need it, but
Yeah.
it's absolutely needed.
100,000%, bro. And I just, again, I'm not going to take this whole time to talk about this, man, but just if you just want the cheat code is get you a brother.
Yeah.
Get you somebody that you can just sit there and just pour it all out, man. Like the homie's not gonna judge you. Is he gonna kick you in the ass? Hell yeah, he's gonna kick you in the ass, but it's gonna be with love. It's not, oh, you're a fucking idiot, get off your
Mm.
ass. And no, dude, he wants to listen to you. He wants to bring you through your hard times, but he wants to do it in a way where he wants to see you win.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's a brother right there.
Absolutely, bro. I absolutely want to see you win. And the fire conversation we had just offline. You can bring it online if you want and bring it into the podcast. But what did you say, when you reflect back to the start
Oh
of the year?
man. We're gonna title it this, Aaron. Who was that guy? Who was that guy? And I'm
Yeah.
not, Aaron, I'm not talking about 15 years ago, bro. I'm talking about 6 months ago. I'm talking about 12 months ago when I thought all things were going exactly as planned and things were going up and up and you're developing, you're
Yeah.
personally developing and you develop a brotherhood with your boy in Australia and you just think everything's where it needs to be. And then you look back and like, I was nowhere, not even close
No,
to where I am now.
no, no.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, man. I put bloody cream on top of that. If we look at what conversations we're having, the level up season, the to where we are, the shit that we got rid of that no longer served,
Mm,
and having a look at it's not about purpose, but it's also it's all about like who do I truly want to be, and when you
yes.
have the courage to step into that, bro, it takes it to a whole new level. But I also want to touch on that it hasn't all been fucking roses. It hasn't all
No,
been plain sailing. There have been
no.
moments that I've fucking questioned the existence. Let's just
Right.
say that. Like,
Wow.
I'm not gonna, put a dampen on it with the whole suicidal thought thing, but there's absolutely have been moments where you sit there and go, I can't fucking do this.
Wow. The, and bro,
Who
that's,
hasn't,
that's,
but who hasn't had those conversations though?
thank you. That's what I was just gonna say, bro. It's not just a Aaron thing or a John thing, right? It's a why do we think, man, we have these mental health months
Mm.
and reaching out to your bros and checking on them and not just how you doing. I'm talking about, bro, oh, man, talk to me, dude. What's
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, you could pull it out of a guy pretty soon. When you're another bro, especially when you're in that safe space, like, what's up, man? Something's off with your energy. You good? What's the deal? What's going on? Talk to me. And bro, sometimes, man, I'm like, it's the usual shit. I mean, that's nothing I can't handle. No, fuck it, bro. Come on, man. Don't fuck with me. Just come on,
Yeah,
man. I'm here for you. I'm not here to
100%.
bullshit you. Just fucking talk to me, dude. And you know what, man? You wouldn't believe what those fucking conversations do, man. I just say that, Aaron, because you're and I conversations. Sometimes I leave these things, man, most of the time, all the fucking time. I leave here and I'm like, I walk right upstairs and my wife always asks me, how was the podcast with Aaron? I'm like, so fucking good. Some is so good, man. You need it. You need it. And I'm just saying, brothers out there right now, man, you need that. And I'm being genuine here, and I'm just saying this straight from the heart, man.
Yeah.
Only because I found brotherhood. I found guys in a safe space that are not bullshitting and judging me, and we're not out to compete against each other. None of that shit. It's just we all want to win here, whatever. And if you guys listen to our pod, you've seen me and Aaron go straight transparent mode and been most of our conversations, right? I'm just not feeling it this week. I'm fucking struggling this week. Why do I always do this to myself? You've heard that. That's not us being crybabies. That's us being real. And because we know other men need to hear it. Hey, you know what? You got brothers out here struggling too, but we're still pounding a pavement. We're still doing what we got to do.
Absolutely. And it's easy for you to ask the question, how you doing? The problem is, it's too easy for a man to go, I'm fine. It's too fucking easy. Whereas I love what how you framed it. It's like, don't fucking bullshit me. I know stuff's going on. Like that tough love of you need to fucking open up and you need to tell me what's going on because I care. And I love that. And the great thing is that, when you find your your mateship, when you find your brotherhood, when you find, that I can easily explain it that you and I are on parallel lives. The synchronicities in the shit that you go through and how you approach life is so fucking similar to me. And I think that's why we just get each other.
And bro, hey, can we just throw in there, man, that you share a birthday with my boy? Can you just,
It's
I mean, if you want to put the icing on the cake, and we always do this episode, man, so it's not like it's a secret, right? We'll do this episode like we do every year,
yeah.
right? But for those that don't know, right? And again, it's going to be a total celebration when it happens again.
Oh yeah.
It's that's what Aaron is talking about. It's so in sync that when we first talked about it, I'm like, did I hear that right, or was I having a dream? Wait a minute. Did I just and you stamped it, and I'm like, that's how you know,
Yep.
right? And you believe what you want, believe in whatever you want, but there's something about a universal brotherhood that brings it all into perspective. And bro, like you say, man, you just run in the same race, and it's just like, look, man, hey, I know you're struggling right now, but dude, I hate to tell you this, but you got to get your butt up. We
Yeah.
got more work to do. We got to do
You
this.
got more work.
This is about us getting this
Yeah.
right.
God's plan. God's plan,
Yes.
brother. Fucking love it.
Yes, bro. So the reason why I don't want to digress too much off that, Aaron, but the reason why I brought that up, man, is the changes that have occurred in this 2025. Dude, 2025, I believe when I started this year, I remember just thinking about it, and you and I talked about why are the gyms packed in January? Then in February, it's back to normal. People by now are getting ready for Thanksgiving over here, the holiday season, and next thing you know, we're gonna be in 2026. And we talked about, oh, you're gonna be the same person, bro. That guy in January was nowhere near who this guy is right now. I wish I could go have a conversation with that guy, and that wasn't that long ago.
I don't
You
want to
know?
have a conversation with that guy. It's like, because I'll get nothing from it.
Well, no,
You
but you
know?
want to like kick him in his ass. That's what you'd want to
Bro,
do. You know what I mean?
it's so fucking cool when we look back and we took the courage to actually do the things and step into the fire and challenge ourselves. Find that courage to change. Find that courage to actually start listening to ourselves and not people around us.
Mm,
And when you find that courage and the strength to actually go, no, none of that shit serves me. Or why should I be paying attention to someone who doesn't have a life that I don't want? So when
wow.
you start to listen to you and you start stepping into that power, it's not an egotistical thing. You're not
No,
saying that you're better than anyone else.
no.
All you're doing is you're telling yourself you deserve more. And with you saying you deserve more, Your family's going to benefit from it. You're going to benefit. Your community, your fucking partner's going to benefit from it. Your life's going to be looking so much better. Doesn't mean that, again, it's not going to be all fucking roses and, they're going to have, there's going to be struggles. There's going to be challenges. But
But if you were to ask me, Aaron, what I learned in these last, 8, 9, 10 months, I would tell you that my biggest lesson is that I stopped telling people what I was going to do. That's the biggest lesson for me, bro. Because I mean, you and my conversation is different because you and I have similar goals.
mm,
And so when I bounce ideas off of you, you give me ideas, I give you ideas. It's just a click, right? But when you go tell somebody else, for example, I think the saying is when you can't tell a big dream to a small-minded person, right? And so most people around you see
you
you
can't do
growing and
that.
they get scared.
What are you doing that for? That's not going to work.
It's not going to work. It's
Yeah.
not true. It's all this. It's all, I mean, dude, there's just a million. And when I would do that back then, having these big ideas, I would get brought back down to earth, if that makes any sense, where
Well,
I'm like, maybe they're right.
you're going to get back
You
down
know
to their
what? Maybe
level.
I'll back up a little bit,
Of course. Of course. Hey,
You just think that way.
do you have like tall poppy syndrome in America? And is it a big thing in America?
Oh, definitely. 100%. Because now all of a sudden you're branded a certain way and you know shame on you for speaking up and for doing this. You shouldn't, this is not how this is supposed to be. And dude, I realized over these last, 3 or 4 weeks that, and I'm saying that's why I'm saying, Aaron, 3 or 4 weeks, dude. That's how much of a student of the game I've become. It's no longer because one of the things, and I'm going in a couple different directions here, Aaron, but one of the things I heard on a video, Dan Martell, he said this. He said the biggest thing with people who are struggling or who are broke or who are not successful, they know everything. Oh yeah, I already know about that. Oh yeah, did you hear about this? Yeah, I know about that too. Oh, so why haven't you? Oh, because I already know about that. They're know-it-alls, dude.
Mm.
So for me, what I realize is if I want to actually elevate and get to the next level, in these last 3 or 4 weeks, I went, I have to really become a student of the game. I have to humble myself, shut the ego off, open up the damn books, start hitting them, start researching, start really, really, honing in on what I need to, bro. And back then it was like, oh yeah, I already know about this. Yeah, I heard about that. Yep, I'm already in tune with everything. No one's going to teach me anything new anymore.
Man, you
Wrong
already lost.
mentality, bro.
If you're gonna be going around saying that, you've already lost, and
You've lost.
you've now become a student of the game again. You've now become a student again, and it's a different student. It's a different type of learning. You've really kind of stripped it all back and going, all right, well, if I want to progress and you know, be the man that my life deserves, like what type of man is that? It's like, okay, well,
Yes,
you need to strip yourself right back because
definitely.
everything you learned up to this point no longer applies. You now need to relearn a new skill. And I think the skill
So
is not
good.
just different, not just in a new skill in learning in regards to a business or a job opportunity. It's you looking back on it and going, okay, there now needs to be an element of intelligence. There now needs to be an element of patience. There now needs to be an element of empathy. There's so many other things involved in it. That's the maturity aspect. And one thing I think a lot of men are lacking is the emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. Everyone's
Mhm.
that wounded little boy that's going around and having a tantrum because nothing's going your way. We
Well,
all
and then
have
you and then blaming it on childhood trauma,
100%.
which again, bro,
But
I
oh
don't, I
fuck.
don't, I don't discount it. But what
But
I say, like I always say this, dude, is no matter what, we're all responsible for our own lives at whatever age that is. You
dude,
know what I'm saying?
just have a look at the fucking the court system in America and the court system here. Same thing. It's like just because you had a shitty upbringing, you can't keep using that as an excuse. The problem is lawyers and fucking the law have actually used that as a reason for not being held accountable for your actions. Like the machete and the violence in Victoria at the moment is off the fucking charts. There was actually a 13-year-old kid just recently had his e-bike stolen by a gang. left on the
Ah,
side of the road with a fucking, fractured skull, broken leg, like you name it. But this is a daily occurrence in Victoria at the moment. And you kind of, from the outside, look at Australia as being like a really chilled, we're really laid back. Like we don't have that kind of violence. We got rid of our guns 20 years ago. We don't have that violence. Whereas the machete attacks and the stuff that's happening in Australia at the moment is because the court systems have absolutely used that as a, all right, you had a bad upbringing. No, we can't send you to jail. We need to be empathetic with you. So, no. Anyway,
you
we're not
know,
going to go there. That's
yeah,
so,
I don't want to go there either, Aaron, but I do agree with what you're saying. And the only thing that I will tell you on top of that is when you're a child, at some point, somebody feeds you
yes.
whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Bullshit, good, bad, different. You learn that from something,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
so imagine you learning that and then going into the world and the law also says, yeah, you're good. You know what? Well, you'll be
Yeah.
fine, right? And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go there, but what I'm saying, Aaron, is when you get validated over and over
Yep.
instead of um, reprimanded, right? For
Yep.
what there's got to be consequences to the actions, which is why I love the way I got brought up, which was not a
Okay.
participation medal for everybody, right? And it was a true upbringing of, this is the way it is. And I'm not saying that it was perfect. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying any of that, bro. I'm just simply saying I appreciated the way I got brought up because it
Good.
was different than what we see
Yeah.
today.
You got like if you said the wrong thing to the wrong person, you're gonna get your head punched in.
And dude, you know
What?
what happened, Aaron? You know what we would do back in the days? We would meet in the alley, we would fight it out, and
Yeah.
then as soon as we were done, whoever was on the floor would pick the other, well, the other one would pick the other one up off the floor. You would hug it out and be
Oh,
like,
did
"All
you?
right, see you
Oh, no,
tomorrow."
no. No, I walked away. But we did it. We
What?
did it in the middle of the rugby field at school. I would go in the middle of the like, and you guys, the AFL, the footy field, like go in the middle of the field, and it's like, all right, let's go, bring it
Let's
on.
go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And once
But
it's
you did
done,
but you squared up like men.
yep, yep.
And bro, again, I know we're going off topic here a
We
little
are,
bit, Aaron, but
we
what I'm
are.
saying, man, is at the end of the day, bro, for me, I love being a student again.
Mm,
And I never thought I would say that. I thought that, because that's the thing, Aaron, you get to our age, bro, and you go, man, we've lived so much life and we've got so many experiences. We got so many things to share. But all that to be said, you also don't want to fall behind,
mm.
especially with the space that you and I are in. We have to be up every day, no matter how we feel, learning, growing, struggling, hustling, grinding, the whole nine, right? And it's all got to be strategic, bro, because as we talked about, right? If it's not, you're doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, which is called what? Insanity, right?
Saturday.
And so, bro, it's not a good recipe if you're going, I'm good, I know it all, I don't need your help. Not gonna work. Not a good look.
If you're a high achiever, absolutely, you'll keep pushing the boundaries. But if you're this type of person thinking that this is all that life's going to give you and this is the best that you've got, then yeah, you won't. And I think this is where it's like you can either stay where you are, not do anything and stay where you are, and you have to be okay with it. But I absolutely guarantee in the conversations I've had with so many people is that they all know that deep down there's that deserving of more. They just don't know where to go. And it's like, well, just start. Just start with
Love
something.
that. And
Start with
that's
something.
literally all you need to know, Aaron,
Yeah.
right? Is that, there's more to life than what I'm currently living.
Yeah.
And bro, that right there, you and I, we can work with that,
Oh,
right? That's literally all you need. That's the only thing in the recipe book that you need is that I want more. Now, Jim Rohn, you guys know him, Jim Rohn, the great Jim Rohn, he says, if you want an easy life, no problem.
mm,
You
mm.
can stay huddled in your house, safe, 3 meals a day, no problem. Not going to hurt anything. Probably die real happy and you're just good, right? But if you don't want that, if you want more, if you know there's more, you're going to have to step outside. And when you step outside, there's a whole nother battle going on that you have to have tough armor for. And that's where we start, bottom line.
Yeah.
And you and I have done this, man, bro. We started this journey, 3+ years ago, right? Has it been
Yes.
3 years?
It's been
Going on
close.
3 years.
115, 116, 117 episodes.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking about it,
yeah.
Aaron. I'm going, man, dude. I reflect back, and that's why I keep saying, I'm like, who was that dude? Who were these guys that had this idea? I remember Aaron, and again, we don't have to go too much off this, but I remember this microphone right here. And I was nervous as all hell. I'm like, this isn't the right mic.
Most
This
off.
isn't what they use. Aaron, what do we do? Bro, I don't even know how to start a podcast. What do we do? And it's like,
Speak.
man, when you look at it now, bro, it's so second nature
Yeah.
that it's just, you just look back, you're like, who was that dude?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And one thing I want to point out with the whole conversation we've had up till now, you're never too old. Stop using that as
Oh,
a fucking excuse. You're like,
stop it.
past my prime. You can't teach a
No, you're
12-year-old
not.
new tricks. Like, shut up.
No, you're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. All
Nope. I think
right.
what was it? What did we say, bro? Colonel Sanders?
Oh,
60s?
yeah.
Was he in his 60s before he
Yeah.
discovered his chicken?
Well, you have a look at a lot of successful men or successful people that have all of a sudden, gone through the trenches, built a business, multi-million dollar businesses. Like, look at the percentage that are over 50. It's really high. It's not like the when you have a look at a lot of successful businessmen that have built something themselves under 50, there's not a great deal. The percentage is quite low. They're generally
Yeah.
over 50. So there's still time. It's still fucking time. All right.
That's right, bro.
We have a question.
Uh-oh.
Someone sent in a question.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'm going to frame this a little bit. And thanks for sending this through. So I actually know who sent this through. I'm not going to give too much away, but I'm going to frame it for the listeners. It's a male, recently gone through a breakup and is in his late 30s. So the question is, how do you deal with a person disguising manipulation as guilt?
Whoa. Wow.
How do you deal with a person disguising manipulation as guilt?
Ooh, man, that's pretty deep, Aaron. It's pretty deep, and
Thank you for
I don't
asking, by the
pretend.
way. It's
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that question. That's amazing. Keep them coming, guys. That's going to get us into a whole another monster in this podcast. But, I think when we think about it, Aaron, we got to look at it like what is the true definition of manipulation, right? And
mm, mm,
and that's the starting point to all this, manipulation. And I believe that, the listeners, you and I have gone through this, right? And I can only say this from personal experience, from what I've gone through in the past, that the manipulation part, bro, comes in a lot of different forms, right? From, you know, oh, you said you were going to pay this for me. Are we going to do certain things together still? Are we going to raise our child together? And, bro, it's crazy. That sounds like super innocent stuff, but that is manipulation
yep.
at its finest, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. I look at it as probably for me, the easiest way to open this up is the guilt you are feeling is your emotion. It's not necessarily how it's been intended. Because we hold on, the emotion we feel is ours. It's no one else's. That's how I would open that up. And again, it just open it. You can see it from so many different angles. All right. Well, so what is the manipulation? Is the manipulation in a based around a conversation you generally have with yourself where you feel guilty because of either the things you don't do for yourself or you don't hold yourself accountable for the things that you know you need to hold yourself accountable. Yeah, one thing that I would probably reference it to again, I'm not going to go into too much of a detail. I kind of get the place where this person is at. But I do want to be very broad in my answer. And the conversations we tend to have with ourselves is that if you tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't do it, then who's going to be guilty? You or the other person?
Oh, right.
So if you and if you think that it's manipulation where someone has come to you, for example, and said, "Hey, let's do this," and you say yes, but you don't, who's the one that's going to feel the guilt? Is
True.
it the person that said, let's do something, or you that said, yeah, we're going to do something, but don't do it? So I think there's multi levels to this. Absolutely, there's the emotional manipulation. 100%. You've been in a relationship, so naturally there's going to be the emotional connection. There's going to be some sort of manipulation there on an emotional level. Um, and you're right, manipulation can be money. It's definitely on an emotional level. It's definitely on making the other person feel guilty because, hey, you said we're going to do this, you didn't do this. We had plans. We had a life together. You've hurt me. Like all of these things that the conversation could take place. But the underlining message I want to put in is you're the one holding the emotion instead of being mature about it and having an open conversation, you're automatically going to a guilt and going, fuck off, leave me alone. You're making me feel uncomfortable.
Well, I love that you put it that way, Aaron, because one of the things I think about when you said that was it may not even be manipulation. Just kind of taking it a little bit broader from a step two is like you were saying before, who's guilty, who holds the emotion, right?
Mm.
So I've had this happen several times where whether it's me, myself, or if somebody else, let's just say somebody in your crew says something to the effect of, "Oh, I don't like that picture. I look fat." And then everybody else looks at you and they're like, "No, you don't. You look no, you don't look fat at all." You have taken that and decided that that is your own guilt for eating like shit, not going to the gym, not doing all the things that you're supposed to do, right? So guess what? You're holding on to the guilt so
Mm.
you can go and I feel like crap. I feel fat. And everybody's like, no, I don't see it. Or like Goggins says, maybe somebody says to you, you know what? You're packing on the pounds, and you're like, why'd you say that? Now you really hurt my feelings. Blah blah blah. This that, and the other. And it's just like, wait a minute. Why
Yes.
are they saying that? Is it true? Or are you just, I mean, what is it? You're just tucking it away because how dare they actually judge you, right? At the end of the day, Aaron, it's all our emotion, dude. So
Yep.
you're 100% right. And I'll say this. This is the last thing I'll offer on this is nobody can make you do anything. It's all you. So whatever
Yes.
you receive, I mean, so they could do things, right, that piss you off, or they could do things and you go, yeah, cool. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. But bro, I mean, we're all human, right? We all got emotion, right? But at the end of the day, man, it's just what are you going to let that person how much rent-free space are you going to let that person live into your head? That's the bottom line.
I love how you frame it. Um, and I will piggyback off what you said. It's not about being reactive. If you're thinking they're manipulating you, do not react. Because as soon as you react, then there's confrontation. And
They've won.
then there's more bitterness. And it just becomes like a really toxic environment. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Be the bigger person here. So if you feel like you've been manipulated, if you feel that you've been manipulated into guilt, all right, take a breath. Where's that feeling and that emotion coming from? It's absolutely a wound. It's absolutely a past story. 100%. We all feel it. What I want you to do in that moment is, as you framed it, it's like, okay, thanks. I hear you. And if you feel you need to open up, then be fucking mature. Just be
Yeah.
mature and have the conversation. I think what it is that, when you look at it, because it is a relationship breakup, there may be um, there may be some time that you will need to heal, and then the relationship may be okay. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you're both feeling. I think at the same time also you need to both be mature to sit down and have a really honest conversation and a frank conversation. Both come from a place of love, don't come from a place of hurt. Don't always bring up the past because the past is the fucking past. And how many times have we been in relationships where you're having an argument and always the past comes up, bro? So what
More
I'd
often than not.
exactly. So in that moment, do not do that because that's just going to bring in again more resentment and more bitterness. So don't do that. So what I'd recommend you do is sit down, have that conversation. Like, be absolutely brutally honest about your feelings towards the other person, your feelings towards whether or not there is, room to heal and to move on, or you go your separate ways. But be absolutely
And
honest
Aaron,
and brutally honest with it.
I love that you did that, bro. And I will say this, man. We always talk about this on our show. We say um, we're not looking for results, right?
Mm,
So we're not looking for this particular person to come back and be like, "Oh yeah, Aaron, your advice really helped." It's not that. It's just because we don't know. This could
mm.
go in so many different directions,
Yeah,
right? All we can do is offer up what you and I have experienced, what we know,
yeah,
what we've learned, right? And then however this is going to go, all depends on you, depends on how you're going to go about it. And whatever that decision is, cool. You're going to have to live with it at the end of the day, right? So, of course, there's not results are guaranteed, right? But it's just like you were saying, because this is the thing, Aaron, they could do everything that you're asking them to do, and it could still get ugly.
yeah,
That's just a part of it.
yeah.
It's unfortunate, but that's why we can't sit here and go, if you do this, then this will
Mm,
happen.
mm,
No,
mm.
because we don't know how the other person's going to react.
Correct.
There's still another element to this. So at the end of the day, man, it's just do what my mom always tells me. She said, do the right thing. Whatever that looks like for you, do the right thing.
Yeah.
And as long as you did your part, Aaron, it's no different, bro. It's no different
As
than
long
you
as you did
getting
your
your butt
part.
up every day and going to the gym and doing what you have to every day. You absolutely have to do that,
Yeah.
right? And you know that you did it. End of the day, that's all you got. That's it.
Fucking love that. That's perfect. Like, it's absolutely a perfect way to end the segment. And hey, like, the person that sent us through the question, please let us know.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
the
Please.
comp Wherever you go with this and whenever you go with this is in your hands. You're the one that dictates the time
There you
for
go.
this. And whenever that moment comes where you've got your answer, great. Let us know. Would love to know what happened here. And
Absolutely.
you know what? We're sending love either way. If it is something that's going to be rectified or it's not, either way, we're going to send love. And I think either way, you will be happy in whatever decision you need to, because you said it before. It's like
Agreed.
it'll work out how it's meant to.
There you go.
Love it.
The
Fuck yeah.
Focus Warriors getting a little bit on the other side, Aaron. I love it, man. I love the questions, bro.
Absolutely. We love more of them. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, John. As always, my brother stud, appreciate your time and appreciate your energy. Um, Great conversation. Cannot wait to have another conversation same time next week. Well, no, it won't be same time,
You know
but
the,
it'll be next week. Fucking whatever.
you know the drill, man. You
It'll
know
be
the drill. Likewise, brother. And I hope you have an amazing day. I'm in the evening, so bro, hopefully this lights you up, man. And everybody else, we
always.
appreciate you so much. So thank you so much for always tuning in. Support. Appreciate it.
Love everyone. Thanks, guys.
Take care.